Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the last lecture, we seen that. Okay. On this Saturday, let G be a finite P group and H be the P subgroup of G. Then index of H in NH is congruent to index of H in G mod P. That means P divides index of H in NH minus index of H in G. Okay. And also we seen that one color. Okay, if H is the P subgroup of G and P divides index of H in G, then normalizer of H is not equal to H. Okay. So today we will start a new concept. Okay, silo P subgroup. We've seen in the last lecture what is P group. Okay, P subgroup. Now today we will see the silo or silo P subgroup. Okay, and this concept is given by the scientist Silo. Okay, or Silo. Silo P subgroup. Okay, there are three theorems are there: Silo first theorem, Silo second theorem, and Silo third theorem, and some example on it. And after that, the group theory is complete. Okay, unit number 2. So look at this one. What is the definition of Silo P subgroup? If suppose order of G, if a group G, that order of that group G is equal to P raised to n into m. Okay, P raised to index n into m, such that this P does not divide this m. Okay, this P does not divide this m. Then, okay, the subgroup of group G, the subgroup of group G of order P raised to n will be silo P subgroup in capital G. Okay, what is the definition of silo P subgroup or silo P subgroup? If order of G is equal to P raised to n into m such that P does not divides m, then the subgroup of our group G of order P raised to n will be silo P subgroup in G. Okay, for example, suppose order of a group G is equal to 24. Okay, this 24 we can write in this form: 2 cube into 3. Okay, is it correct? What is the value of P here? 2. What is M? What is M? Anyone? What is the value of M?
3.
3. Okay, M is equal to 3. So here 2 does not divide M. That is equal to 3. Okay, is it correct? So in this group, there exists a subgroup. Okay, P. एक असा सबग्रुप P हा एक्झिस्ट होतो such that the order of that subgroup P is equal to 2 cube, and this P group is called as, okay, or we can write there is such that the order of that group is 2 cube. Okay, wait. Okay, so there exists a subgroup H such that order of that subgroup H is equal to 2 cube, and this H is called as silo. What is the value of P here? 2 subgroup. Is it correct? Okay. So what is
Yes,
the
sir.
silo P subgroup? If order of G is equal to P raised to n into m such that P does not divides m, then the subgroup of group G of order p raised to n will be C low p subgroup in G. Okay, for example, if order of G is equal to 24, which is equal to 2 cube into 3, that is 8 into 3. Okay, and hence in this G there exists a subgroup H of order 2 cube, which is equal to 8. What is the order of H here? 8. And this subgroup is called as CeLO 2 subgroup. Okay, so look at this note. A CeLO P subgroup subgroup of of group G is maximal normal subgroup, maximal P subgroup, not normal, maximal P subgroup of G. Okay, look at here. Here H is what? Subgroup of G. What is the order of H? 8. What is the order of G? 24. Okay, and this H is called what? CeLO 2 subgroup. Okay, so here this P subgroup, that means this H is not only subgroup, this is the maximal normal subgroup, that is H is normal. Maximal म्हणजे काय? Maximal normal subgroup in G. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, and second one. What is the maximal normal subgroup? There does not exist any subgroup in between H and G such that group will be normal in G. Okay, असा कोणताही एक subgroup exist होत नाही in between H and G. Suppose this one is H, and suppose this is G. Okay, there does not exist any K, suppose. Okay, such that this K is normal in G. Okay, that means this H is the largest maximal normal subgroup of G. Okay, now the second note. Second note. If P, capital P, okay, it's CeLO P subgroup. CeLO P subgroup of G. Okay, then any element small g belongs to capital G. Then the order of G, small g, into capital P into G inverse, small g inverse, is equal to order of P. Okay, what is the order of P? P raised to n. Okay, 2 cube, 2 raised to 4, kai ka sena. Okay, what is this one? This is the conjugate subgroup of P. Okay, we know that A and B are conjugate to each other if there exists an element X such that A is equal to XB in X inverse. Okay, similarly, H and K, suppose these are the two subgroups. H and K are the two conjugate to each other if there exists an element such that, okay, X, K, X inverse for all X belongs to G. Okay, not only exist, for all X belongs to G, there exists H and K are conjugate to each other. This is the definition of conjugate subgroups. This is the definition of conjugate element. Okay, so here the conjugate, whatever be the conjugate of the subgroup P, that will be G, P, G inverse. The order of P is equal to order of conjugate of P is equal to P raised to n. Okay, then G, capital P, G inverse is also what? CeLO P subgroup. Okay, CeLO P subgroup. That is, what is the meaning of this one? Conjugate of C low P subgroup. Conjugate of C low P subgroup is silo P subgroup. Okay, if suppose H is the silo here in the above example, 2 subgroup. Okay, what is the order of G? 24, na? What is the order of H? 8. Okay. If H and K are what? Conjugate to each other. Okay, it's conjugate to each other, then order of K is also is what? 8. Okay, and this K is also known as silo 2 subgroup. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Without? Okay, समझते हैं ना? क्या अड़चन नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now.
समझते.
Okay, now the first silo theorem. Okay, look at here in the definition of silo P subgroup. What is the meaning of this one? P does not divides M. 2 does not divides here 3. Okay, in this example, what is the meaning of this one? That means GCD of 2 and 3 is what? What? Greatest common divisor of 2 and 3 is what?
1.
1. Okay, that means from this m we cannot take out the factor p. Is it correct? म्हणजे या m मधून मी हा एक p बाहेर काढू शकत नाहीये. हा लार्जेस्ट p रेस टू n आहे तुमचा. ओके, काही जण म्हणताल मी 24 असा लिहीन. 2 square, sorry, 2 square into 6. Is it correct? But here the 2 divides what? 6. What is the meaning of this one? GCD of 2 and 6 is not equal to 1. That means we can take out the factor 2 from 6. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
जर p does not divide m करत असेल म्हणजेच काय, याचा अर्थ या m मधून मी हा p हा फॅक्टर बाहेर काढू शकत नाही. हा लार्जेस्ट p रेस टू n आहे. हा n लार्जेस्ट आहे. ओके, that is 3 here. Okay, any doubt now?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
wait a minute. Okay, notes मध्ये आहेत तुमच्या हे सगळे. Wait. Now we will see what is the C-low first theorem. First C-low theorem. Okay, wait. First C-low theorem. नीट लक्ष द्या, महत्वाचं आहे. Okay, statement. Yeah, G be a finite group, suppose. G be a finite group with what is the order of G? Order of G is equal to p raised to n into small f. Okay, what is p? Where p is prime number. The small p is prime number. Okay, and what is the condition? P does not divide m. What is the restriction on n? N is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, not n equal to 0 1 chalna to me. N is greater than or equal to 1. Then we have to prove that first one. G contains a subgroup. G contains a subgroup of order p raised to I. Okay, for each I, where this I is running from 1 to n. Second one. Second one. Each subgroup H of G of order p raised to I. Okay, of order p raised to I is normal subgroup. Normal subgroup of order p raised to I plus 1, where in this case I is running from 1 to n minus 1. Okay, if you put n minus 1, I is equal to, then here p raised to n we get. Okay, or I running from 1 less equal by I less than n. असं लिहू शकता तुम्ही. Okay, look at this statement once again. So this is this statement. Let G be a finite group with order of G is equal to p raised to n into m, where this p is the prime number and p does not divides m. That means GCD of p and m is 1. Okay, we cannot take the factor p from m. Okay, and n is greater or equal by 1. Then we have to prove that G contains a subgroup of order p raised to I for each I. Okay, where I running from 1 to n, and each subgroup H of G of order p raised to I, wait, each subgroup H of G of order p raised to I is normal subgroup of order p raised to I plus 1, where I running from 1 to n minus 1. Okay, in this above example, look at here. What is, we assume that order of G is equal to what? 24. That is 2 cube into 3. Okay, here 2 does not divide 3. Okay, if suppose H is what? CeLO 2 subgroup, then what is the order of H? 2 cube. Okay, this will be the order of H. What says the here first theorem? G contains a subgroup of order p raised to I for each I. म्हणजे इथं व्हॅल्यू काय तुमची, n ची व्हॅल्यू 3, p ची व्हॅल्यू 2. Okay, and also m is equal to 3. This one m, this one n, this one p. Okay, first statement says that there exists G contains a subgroup of order p raised to I. There exists a subgroup H1, okay, such that order of H1 is what? 2 raised to 1. There exists order H2 such that order of H2 is what? 2 square. There exists a subgroup H3 of order is what? 2 cube. हे पण पॉसिबल आहे काय, रनिंग फ्रॉम काय? n minus 1. What is the n minus 1? 2 ना, म्हणजे हा दोन स्टेटमेंट येतील, हा नाही येणार. Okay, so here there exists a subgroup H1 and H2. These are the subgroups of G of order 2 and 4. Okay, म्हणजे जर एखादा ग्रुप या फॉर्म मध्ये असेल माझा ऑफ ऑर्डर this form 2p raised to n into m, सर त्या ग्रुपला असे सबग्रुप फॉर्म्स होतील, म्हणजे ऑफ ऑर्डर ऑफ h1 is equal to 2, ऑर्डर ऑफ h2 is equal to 2 4, that is equal to 2 square. Okay, where I running from what? Each I running from, okay, no so first condition बघतोय ना. So here there exists order, exists a subgroup H3 such that order of H3 is again 2 cube. Okay, these are the 3 subgroups of G. Okay, this one the first statement. And what is the second statement tells? Look at here. Each subgroup H of G of order p raised to I is normal subgroup of order p raised to I plus 1. म्हणजे माझा order 2 raised to 1 order असलेला subgroup is normal in 2 raised to 3 order असलेला subgroup. That is, H1 is normal in H2. Okay, is it correct? Is it correct?
सर H3 बदल ना 2
H1
raised to
is-
3 S.
Sorry, 2 raised to 2. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Look at here. Of order p raised to I, if I is equal to 1, what we get? 2 raised to 1 is 2. So order of H1 here 2. This subgroup is normal in H2. And again, H2 is normal in H3. Okay, the order of a subgroup 2 raised to 2 is normal in 2 raised to 3. Is it correct? हा सांगतो मला सेकंड स्टेटमेंट. एनी डाऊट नाव?
No, sir.
हा पर्टिक्युलर एक्झाम्पल झाला. इन जनरल आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायचं हे स्टेटमेंट. ओके, अर्थ समजला का स्टेटमेंटचा सगळ्यांना?
Yes, sir.
ओके, वेट अ मिनिट.
Yes, sir.
Now look at the answer. Part 1. So this theorem we will prove by method of mathematical induction. Okay, do you know induction method? For n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, हे प्रूव्ह करत n is equal to 1 ला ट्रू करतोय. Okay, assuming n is equal to I, we will prove n is equal to I plus 1. Okay. So we will prove this theorem by mathematical induction on I. Okay, look at here. Any doubt? We will prove this theorem by mathematical induction. Mathematical induction on कशावर? I पण आहे माझ्याकडे, n पण आहे. On I. Okay, I ची व्हॅल्यू रन करणार. On I. Okay, so in the part 1, okay, हा तुमचा फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट मी प्रूव्ह करतोय. त्याच्यामधला स्टेप नंबर 1, पार्ट 1 मधला स्टेप नंबर 1. Okay, prove that the result is true for I is equal to 1. Prove that the result, this result, the result is true. The result is true for I is equal to 1. Okay, what is the order of G? Order of G is equal to P raised to n into m. Okay, so this implies P divides order of G. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here order of P raised to n into m ला P divide करतो की नाही? Yes. काय येईल माझा आन्सर? P raised to n minus 1 into m. Okay. So that means here the P divides order of G. Okay, so then by using Cauchy theorem, Cauchy's theorem, what is Cauchy's theorem? There exists a subgroup of G such that order of H, okay, say H, say H of G such that order of H is equal to what? P. Okay, corollary पाहिला होता आपण. If P divides order of G, then there exists an element A such that A raised to P is equal to E. Okay, and whatever be the subgroup which is generated by that element A is nothing but order of H. Order of H is equal to order of A is equal to P here. Okay, so hence by using Cauchy theorem, there exists a subgroup of order P. Okay, say this subgroup is H. Any doubt now?
No,
okay.
sir.
So hence here for I is equal to 1, this theorem is true. Okay, there exists a subgroup of order P raised to 1. Okay, I is equal to 1, that means P raised to 1. So hence the result is true. the result is true for I is equal to 1. And now step number 2. Suppose, assuming the result is true for all I less than n. Okay, assume that the result is true. The result is true for I less than n. Okay, so by using this assumption, okay, this is the induction hypothesis or hypothesis. हे आपण assume केले म्हणून याला hypothesis म्हणायचं. Induction hypothesis. So by here using this assumption, there exists a subgroup, say capital H, such that order of that subgroup is equal to p raised to I. Sorry, p raised to I. Okay, where this I is less than n. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Step number
No, sir.
3rd. Prove that there exists a subgroup, okay, of capital G whose order is p raised to I plus 1. Order is p raised to I plus 1. Okay. Now look at it. Assume H is subgroup. H is the subgroup of G such that what is the order of H? Order of H is equal to p raised to I, where I is less than n. Okay, by the induction hypothesis. Give it as an equation number 1. Okay, now consider. Okay, here the H is the subgroup of order p raised to I. So here consider index of H in G. Okay, what is this one? Index of H in G is nothing but order of G upon order of H. What is the order of G? P raised to n into m. What is the order of H? P raised to I. So what is the output here? P raised to what is the index here? Index of P. Power of P is Kyle Sable.
N minus I, sir.
N minus I into m. Okay, why? Because I is less than n here. That means n minus I is positive. Okay, so index of H in G is equal to what? P raised to n minus I into m. Okay, now from this step, P divides index of H in G. Is it correct? ह्याला P divide करतो की नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and also P divides order of G, which is given to us. Okay, हा तुमचा order of G याला ही divide करतोय. Okay, so this means P divide this one, P divide this one. So that implies we have, okay, not that implies. By previous theorem, what we have? Index of H in NH is concurrent to index of H in G mod P. Okay, so this implies P divides index of H in NH minus index of H in G. Okay, P यांच्या subtraction ला divide करते. P divides this one and P divides whole this one. So that implies P divides index of H in NH must. P divide करतोय 18 ला. पी डिवाइड करतोय कोणाला 27 minus suppose here 18. Okay, is it correct? P divides 18, P divides 9. So P divides must be 27. Must. हा याला करायलाच हवा. Is it correct? Suppose this
Yes,
value
sir.
P is equal to here suppose 3. Okay, 3 divides 18, 3 divides 9. That means 3 divides 27 also. So here P must be divides index of H in NH. So this implies, what is the index of H in NH? P divides order of NH divided by order of H. Okay. Now again by using Cauchy theorem, if P divides order of G, okay, then there exists a subgroup of, okay, say K, order of K of G. There exists a subgroup K of G such that order of K is equal to what? P na? Okay. By using Cauchy theorem. Now look at here. Here the P divides order of this quotient group. Okay. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt up to here? जर एखाद्या ग्रुपला
No, sir.
करत असेल तर त्या ग्रुपचा एक सबग्रुप एक्झिस्ट होतो ज्याची ऑर्डर पी असेल. ओके, सो युजिंग अगेन युजिंग Cauchy's theorem, there exists, okay, this is the quotient group. Now what is the identity of here? The quotient group is H. H is normal in N of H always. Okay, that means we can define the normalizer of H upon H, this quotient group. Okay, so here there exists a subgroup of this quotient group. हा तुमचा टोटल म्हणजे समजा अज्युम करा G आहे आणि P डिवाइड करतोय G ला. Okay, in the Cauchy theorem. So there exists a subgroup of this quotient group. Okay, and suppose this quotient group is K, say K, such that order of K is equal to what? What is the order of K? What is the order of K, Jadhav? Komal Jadhav?
P, sir.
Very good. Okay. So here P. Any doubt up to here? Give it equation number 2 or statement number 2. Okay. Any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now we know that subgroup of quotient group, subgroup of quotient group is quotient group. Okay. Subgroup of quotient group is quotient. Hence, here K is what? K is quotient group. Is it correct? Okay, K is quotient group containing H. Okay, हा तर तुमचा नॉर्मलायझर ऑफ H असेल. This is H. Okay, normalize H is normal in N of H. So we can define N of H upon H. So this group contains what? H. Similarly, here K is quotient group of N of H upon H containing H. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
ओके, म्हणजे हा K कोणाला कंटेन करतोय? H ला कंटेन करतोय. क्वोशंट ग्रुप आहे. ओके, व्हॉट इज द आयडेंटिटी ऑफ दिस वन? या ग्रुपचे आयडेंटिटी एलिमेंट काय आहे? H. ओके, ग्रुप काय असेल? समजा काहीतरी K डॅश अपॉन H असेल. ओके, याचा सबग्रुप. ओके, याला आपण नाव दिले K. This K, what is the identity of this one now? एच. ओके, तुमचा हा खालचा आयडेंटिटी एलिमेंट बदलत नाही एखादा सबग्रुप घेतल्यानंतर, तोच असतो. सबग्रुपचा आणि ग्रुपचा आयडेंटिटी एलिमेंट सेम असतो, हो ना?
हो सर.
So hence here K is the quotient group containing H. Now consider one canonical map. What is the meaning of canonical map? That means the function which is onto homomorphism. कोणताही फंक्शन जर onto homomorphism असेल तर त्याला म्हणतो आपण canonical map. Okay, defined by. Consider one canonical map that is onto homomorphism map from, okay, this is sigma, is the mapping from normalizer of H to normalizer of H upon H. Okay, this is one onto as well as homomorphism. Okay, such that defined by gamma of X, the nature of an element belongs to n of H is X, which is equal to Hx. Okay, this is the nature of our codomain. Okay, for all X belongs to normalizer of H. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now here K is what? K is subgroup of normalizer of H upon H. Okay, such that H is contained in K. Now, if suppose, now tell me, if sigma is the mapping from normalizer of H to normalizer of H upon H, this quotient group, then sigma inverse is the mapping from इथून इकडे येईल ना सिग्मा इनवर्स. इज इट करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to normalizer of H. Okay, हा K कोणाचा सबग्रुप आहे? माझा याचा सबग्रुप. Okay, look at here. This is normalizer of H. Diagram काढलं की व्यवस्थित समजेल. Okay, normalizer of H. This is the sigma. Okay, and this one is n of H upon H. आणि हा K काय तुमचा ह्याचा सबग्रुप आहे. ओके, आता सिग्मा इनवर्स कुठे येईल माझा? इकडून इथे. Okay, from codomain to domain. Okay, now sigma inverse of here what we have, H is contained in K na. This is the subgroup of, look at here, K is the subgroup of quotient group NH upon H containing what? H. Okay, this one is K. Okay, and H हा याच्यात contain करते, containing H. So sigma inverse of H is what? Subgroup of sigma inverse of K. आता sigma inverse K कुठे येईल माझा? sigma inverse आणि H आणि K. This is normalizer of H. Okay, this one is sigma inverse of K. Okay, image of K under sigma inverse. And this one is it correct? Sigma inverse of H.
Yes, sir.
Okay, त्याच्यापेक्षा छोटासा येईल. Image of this set is larger than image of this set. Okay, under the canonical map, onto homomorphism map. Is it correct? Any doubt now?
No, sir.
राहू द्या इथेच, म्हणजे तुम्हाला जेव्हा शेअर करेल तेव्हा समजेल. Okay, now look at here. H is contained in K here. So then, okay, this is not the part of proof. Okay, हे तुम्हाला समजण्यासाठी लिहिलंय फक्त. So here, then H is contained in K. That means sigma inverse of H is a subgroup of sigma inverse of K. Okay, since sigma inverse of H is equal to what? H. Okay, sigma inverse कुठे आला तुमचा? इथे आला. Sigma inverse of H. Wait a minute. Sigma inverse of H. under the onto homomorphism, no? Sigma inverse of H identity चा map काय आहे तिकडे identity. ओके, ते काय अजून केलं, सिग्मा इनवर्स ऑफ एच इज इक्वल टू एच. हे कसं येईल मी सांगेन नंतर. ओके, हे कसं काय लाव अंडर onto homomorphism map sigma inverse of h is equal to h येईल का? Yes, sigma inverse is the subset of normalizer of h आणि यालाच म्हटलंय आपण h म्हटलं. ओके, हे कसं येईल हे नंतर सांगेन मी उद्या. Okay, sigma inverse of h is equal to h next lecture. Okay, now here sigma inverse of h, this h therefore is a subgroup of sigma inverse of k. Okay, what is sigma inverse of k? Where sigma inverse of k is equal to collection of sigma inverse of k is the what? Subset of n of h. Okay, so that means collection of those elements of normalizer of h such that sigma of x is equal to k. Is it correct? Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
सिग्मा इनवर्स ऑफ के म्हणजे या के ला कोणतरी काय पाहिजे, मला प्री इमेज पाहिजे. कुठे? तुमच्या डोमेन मध्ये. दिस इज द डोमेन सच दॅट this k is image of some x. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So hence here, look at here, sigma inverse of k is what? Subgroup of, this is normalizer of h. Okay, and what is normalizer of h? Normalizer of h is the subgroup of g. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then using theorem, which theorem? If n is normal subgroup of g, okay, then g by n is what? Quotient group. G by n is quotient group. And if suppose h dash is subgroup of g by n, okay, h dash is what? Quotient subgroup of g by n, then there exists an element, there exists a subgroup h of g such that h dash is coincide with h upon n. Okay, this is the theorem. पहा काय म्हणतोय हा. This is g. Okay, this is n is normal in g. Okay, this is g by n. Okay, what is h dash? H dash is the subgroup of g by n. Then there exists, असं जर असेल तर काय होईल? There exists a subgroup h of g such that this h dash is equal to h upon n. हा असा एक h माझा एक्झिस्ट होईल कोणाचा? g चा, such that हा h is coincide, h dash is coincide with h upon n. Okay, so here look at here, normalizer of h, here sigma inverse of k is subgroup of n of h, and this one is the subgroup of g. In this case, okay, आपल्या theorem मध्ये काय? h is what? Normal subgroup of normalizer of h. Okay, then n of h upon h is what? Quotient group. It's quotient group. And we have k is the what? Subgroup of g by n. Then there exists a subgroup. Okay, what is h? That is sigma inverse of k of n of h such that this k, okay, it's coincide with sigma inverse of k upon h. समजते का बहाना? हा थेरम में अप्लाई केलाय. Okay, this is the statement. I know. Okay, if n is normal in G by n is what? Quotient group. And if H dash is the subgroup of this quotient group, then there exists a subgroup, this H, of what? G, such that this H dash is coincide with H by n. आता तुमचा इथे n म्हणजे काय तुमचा? n म्हणजे तुमचा H. ओके, आपल्या थेरम मध्ये H is normal subgroup of normalizer of H. Okay, then n of H upon H is quotient group. Okay, what is H dash? So K is the what? Subgroup of, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, G म्हणजे तुमचा n of H, n म्हणजे तुमचा H. So there exists a subgroup H म्हणजे काय तुमचा? Sigma inverse of K, such that this K is coincide with sigma Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. तर नेटवर्क इश्यू होता. हा कुठला चालू होता आपला? पार्ट सेकंड. हॅलो. Hello.
हाँ सर.
Ah,
Yes,
from
sir.
previous part, H is the what subgroup of sigma inverse K. That is, H is the subgroup of sigma inverse of K, which is subgroup of normalizer of H, which is subgroup of G. Here, the order of G H is equal to P raised to I. And what is the order of sigma inverse of K is P raised to I plus 1. Okay, hence there exists a subgroup of G whose order is P raised to I plus 1 contains a subgroup of G whose order is P raised to I. Okay, whose order is P raised to I. Now we have to prove that this H is normal in sigma inverse of K. Okay, second statement. Now we know that the theorem H is always normal in N of H. Okay, N of H is the largest subgroup of G containing H. Okay, and what is sigma inverse of K? Is again subgroup of normalizer of H. Okay, from this one. This is normalizer of H. Okay, such that here the H is subgroup of sigma inverse of K, and this one is subgroup of normalizer of H. But we know that this is normal in normalizer of H, so that implies this is again normal in sigma inverse of K. Okay, hence H is normal in sigma inverse of K. Okay, the subgroup of order P raised to I is normal subgroup of order P raised to I plus 1. Hence the proof. Okay. Hence every subgroup H of G of order P raised to I is normal. Okay, normal subgroup of a subgroup of order P raised to I plus 1. Okay, where I running from 1 to n, where I running from 1 to n minus 1, or I running from a solution less than n. Okay, any doubt in the first Taylor theorem? ओके, पुन्हा रेकॉर्डिंग पाहत जर नाही समजत असेल तर हा पार्ट आपण का मध्ये घेतलाय, फंक्शन का डिफाइन केलाय? ओके, फॉर एक्झिस्टन्स ऑफ सबग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्डर p रेज टू i plus 1, त्यासाठी हा सिग्मा इनवर्स ऑफ k हा डिफाइन केलाय. ओके, so we'll take the 5 minutes break. At 12:10 we are going to start the next theorem. Okay, so take a break, you can leave and join at 12:10. Okay, thank you.